Welcome to Vantage with AI. This month has been quite slow when it comes to the release of new diffusion models, so I came across this model called FireRed Image Edit, which is based on Qwen Image Edit, and I thought, why not give it a try? It can be a bit quirky sometimes when it comes to prompting, but overall it does a decent job. I haven't done an extensive comparison between this model and Qwen Image Edit yet, so I'd really welcome anyone who tests it out to share their reviews and thoughts in the comments. Since this model is based on Qwen Image Edit, it supports all the LoRAs supported by Qwen Image Edit, including lighting LoRAs. The workflow for this one is also exactly the same as the workflow for Qwen Image Edit, so let's just jump in. For those of you who haven't worked with Qwen Image Edit before, let's quickly go over the models you'll need for this workflow. First up is the FireRed Image Edit model itself. You can download it in BF16, FP8, or quantized GGUF formats. If you're running a low VRAM setup and want faster sampling, GGUF is a good option. But if your VRAM can handle FP8, I'd recommend sticking with that. Next, we'll be using the Qwen Image Edit 2511 Lightning 4-step LoRA. This allows you to sample images in just 4 steps instead of the usual 20, which means much faster iterations without sacrificing too much quality. For text encoding, we'll be using Qwen 2.57b, which takes care of prompt understanding and semantic alignment in this workflow. And on the decoding side, we'll stick with the standard Qwen Image VAE, which works perfectly here. All the download links for these models are included directly inside the workflow, and I've also added them to the video description below so you don't have to search around for anything. And while you're down there, if you find this workflow useful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the content. Alright, now let's walk through the workflow itself so you can clearly see what each section does and how everything fits together. We'll start with the models section. This is where we load everything the workflow depends on. The FireRed Image Edit model, the Lightning LoRA, the Qwen Image VAE, and the Clip Text Encoder. Next is the Controls section. Here you can choose which model type to use, Safe Tensors or GGUF. You can also select whether you want to use a custom resolution or automatically use the resolution from the first input image. If you enable custom resolution, you simply define the width and height of the output image here. Next up is the prompt section. This is where you define what kind of edit you want to perform, whether it's character changes, lighting adjustments, viewpoint shifts, or object level edits. Everything is controlled from here. After that, we move to the input section. This is where you load the images you want to work with. You can load up to 3 images here, which is especially useful for multi-person edits, compositing, or reference-based transformations. You can also enable or disable any input image you want to use by toggling the required option. Then we have the sampling section, which is where the actual image generation happens. Alright, let's test it. For our first test, we'll start simple. We're using this old black and white image and seeing if the model can restore it. The prompt is simple. Restore the image to colored image. Let's run it. Alright, the results are in, and they actually look really good. The image has been successfully colored and restored while still maintaining that old photograph vibe. For our next test, we'll try restoring a very poor quality image. We'll use this image with the same prompt. Let's run it. Alright, here are the results, and honestly, they look very solid. The characters have been transferred into the scene with strong identity preservation. The model clearly keeps the facial features and overall likeness as close as possible. Now for this test, we're using an image of a woman wearing a white top and a black skirt as the base input. As references, we're using this close-up image of a tiger's face and this red hat. Let's see if the model can edit the t-shirt and add the hat. The prompt we're using is change the design of the top in image 1 to match the pattern of the tiger in image 2, and she is also wearing the hat in image 3. Keep the pose, background, and facial features intact. Alright, let's run it. So this is the output, and it actually turned out really well. The model has successfully transferred the tiger's pattern and visual identity onto the woman's top and added the red hat perfectly while keeping everything else completely intact. The black skirt, body proportions, pose, and facial features remain unchanged. What really stands out here is how clean and localized the edit is. The tiger pattern isn't randomly overlaid. It's properly adapted to the shape of the clothing, following the contours of the fabric and the body. For our next test, we'll use 3 reference images and switch to a custom resolution of 1280 by 720. We'll use these 3 images with the prompt, "The 3 women are sitting in a cafe." Let's run it. Alright, here's the result, and it turned out exceptionally clean. The 3 women are sitting in a cafe. The pose and environment look natural, and although there is a little identity drift, overall the likeness remains quite similar. For our final test, we'll see how well it performs on localized edits using only a prompt and a single input image. We're using this image of a woman biker standing in front of a motorcycle, and the prompt we're using is, "Change the color of woman's jacket to red." Let's run it. Alright, here's the result, and it turned out well. The model successfully changes the color of the jacket to red while preserving all the other elements in the scene. The pose, background, lighting, and overall composition remain intact, which is exactly what we want from a clean, localized edit. So overall, it seems like this model supports everything that can be done with Qwen Image Edit. I'll be doing a proper comparison later to see how it performs directly against Qwen Image Edit, but for now, it looks quite capable and consistent. And that pretty much wraps up this first look at FireRed Image Edit. Overall, it feels like a solid extension of Qwen Image Edit. It supports the same LoRAs, integrates smoothly into the same workflow, and performs well across restoration, object transfer, and multi-reference composition tasks. Prompting can sometimes require a bit of fine-tuning, but once adjusted, the results are consistent and usable. If you test this model yourself, let me know your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear how it performs on your setup. If you found this walkthrough helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. This is Vantage with AI, and I'll see you in the next one.